All right, man, this is the last week of the 2025 regular season. The Ravens and the Steelers, they're going to duke it out for the number 4 spot in the AFC North title. And Carolina, they just went down to Tampa. So Tampa now is the NFC South Division champions and the 4th seed now. But tonight, man, we're going to talk some football, man. It's still podcast panel month, and we got 2 topics from our very own Young Mark. So tune in and see what he got for us tonight right here, ladies and gentlemen, on your favorite sports talk show on YouTube. I'm talking about The Sports Talk Show.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number 1, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over. Enough of that mediocre, I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me.
Like I'm running out of the tunnel with that music. Woo! Thank you so much for being here with us on this Saturday night. This is the first show of the 2026 year. And again, man, this is your favorite sports talk show on YouTube, man. In the whole YouTube sports community, man. We are the Real Sports Podcast, and this is the Real Sports Talk Show. And I'm working on some new sponsors this year. But you can check out our current ones down in the description box below. All the promo codes and the links, all that good stuff is in the description box right just below this video, man. All right, man. Thank you guys for being here with us tonight, man. And you guys, man, we got a great show for you guys tonight. So come be a part of the show. Come be a part of the show, man. Give us your comments, your opinions in the live chat, man. If you have any questions for these gentlemen right here, or if you have anything to say, man, please feel free to put it in the live chat, man. Be a part of the show, man, because here in the Real Sports Podcast, your opinion counts. Your opinion counts. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting right here, ladies and gentlemen, with the best of the best. They are the best at what they do, ladies and gentlemen. They can go toe-to-toe with any podcast panel out there. So you hear that? I'm putting a challenge down right now. Any podcast panel out there that want to challenge these guys right here, bring it on. They are the powerful Real the Sports Podcast panel. And y'all already know him right now, man, over the Purple and Gold Bars podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canadian Destroyer, Latino Heat himself, representing the Minnesota Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. He is reigning supreme.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Real to Sports Podcast, giving you guys some of the best roundtable discussions, some expert analysis, some awesome personalities, and some banter for you guys. I am the host of the Purple and Gold Bars podcast, your Canadian Latino Heat guys. Orale!
Orale!
Let's go, guys.
My dude. Them Vikes is in the building. The Vikes. Oh, yeah. I got the OG. Yes, sir. OG. Now, usually I say you got Armani suits and Stacey Adams and all these designer suits and ties and Rolexes and gold chains and all that good stuff. But tonight he's rocking the Minnesota Vikings gear. The OG. Yes, sir. the legend, the living legend, the Hall of Famer himself, ladies and gentlemen. He's the Diggity Dog. Q-Dog.
All right, what's going on, people? Glad y'all tuning in today. The first beginning of the 2026 season. I hope all y'all had a happy new year. This is the end of the regular season, as the whole host mentioned. It's a sad season for my Vikings. We didn't do too good.
Who you saying?
We're going down the stretch. We won 4 in a row. We done knocked out 2 teams, Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions Christmas Day. Put them on the couch with us. I want to give honor to 2 Viking legends that possibly going to play their last game tomorrow. First of all, it'll be C.J. Ham, number 30. He's been a pillar of this organization as a fullback for a long time, 10 plus years. I just want to thank him for everything that he's done for the organization, as far as on the football field and off. I hope that you and your family enjoy your retirement, and possibly you can come back and work on the Viking staff. Second of all, the most prolific safety that we ever had in Harrison Smith, number 22. You have set all kinds of records. You have been a warrior since day one. The day we have drafted you. You got your 39th interception against Detroit Lions Christmas Day. That was good to see. This possibly could be your last game tomorrow. I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for this organization.
Harry the
Hitman, number 22. And hope that you will be in the Ring of Honor. We're going to put you in there right now. And I just hope that you can come back and work with Brian Flores. That's what I said, because he will be back. And Brian Flores work on his staff and keep this defense elite. And otherwise than that, our last game tomorrow. So I'm representing. I got my Viking helmet on for y'all for tomorrow. This will be my last time wearing it to the next season. Let me go ahead on and get the Viking horn and let me get ready and give a shout out to the retirees for tomorrow.
There you go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Go.
I got you, baby.
Go.
Last one.
Go.
I got you, baby.
You got to go. Come on, Mark. Go. Go, Mark. You a Viking head. Get in there, Mark. You a Viking head. Let's go. Get it.
He said a Viking hater. You
gotta hold the phone.
He said a Viking hater.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Saxonville, what up? Saxonville is in the building. Duval County. Duval. Man, don't hate on it, man. Just deal with it. And my saying for Jacksonville is Jacksonville is for real. Ladies and gentlemen, he represents the Jacksonville Jaguars. This man just became the first ever Real to Sports Triple Crown winner. The man holds all the belts, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Triple Crown, he is Rockstar Rock in the building.
On mute there. But how y'all doing? Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Sports Podcast and tuning into our show tonight. Our brother, the MVP, has 2 good topics that we're gonna go over tonight. And the NFC South Division title is still up for grabs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got to hope the Falcons lose tomorrow.
That's very true.
In order to win the division. The Falcons win, the Panthers win the division. So it's pretty tricky how that is, how that game.
That's how suck they are. But...
Yeah, that's how the division is this year. But
to
keep it short and sweet. Peace, everybody, and we're going to give y'all a good hell of a show like we always do.
Yes, sir, baby. Jacksonville for real. Number 3 in the AFC. Red hot, too. 7 games in a row, Jacksonville. My man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Representing the Black Hole, the Raider Nation. My boys, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, still hanging on to Oklahoma. He's still Oklahoma State alumni, ladies and gentlemen.
Better know
all day, baby. And he is our moderator for the night, He's a 2025 Real Sports Podcast MVP, ladies and gentlemen. He is Mr. Young Mark.
What's going on? It's great to be back in the Real Sports Podcast, back with my brothers yet again. I just have a message to everybody out there who's a Raider hater in 2026 or in 2025. Enjoy it while it lasts. That is the worst it will ever be. I hope he took a picture of it, frame it, because going forward, man, it's about to be a whole new day, Raider Nation.
Damn right.
Bench tour about to be something mean.
Yes, sir.
Next year. So brace yourself. The Raiders
yes,
are
sir.
coming.
Let's go, baby. Raiders.
Yes, sir. Heisman Mendoza, baby.
God damn it, right.
Yeah.
You're coming back, baby. Coming back. Oh, man, live chat. Okay, live chat. Okay.
KC about to be the only team with a 15.
God damn right. Chilla Dupree.
Yeah, right.
Yes, ma'am. Happy New Year's to you, Miss Dupree. Philly G is up in here. Philly G. What up, Philly G? And the NFC East back-to-back division champion Philadelphia Eagles. What's going on, Allie? Allie, what's going on? Y'all came back. Y'all came back, man. Thank y'all. Y'all came back. Denver Matthews. What's up, Denver? What's going on, baby? What's going on?
What's going on?
Trivia. What is the name of the Jags mascot?
Come on, Rock.
Jackson DeVille.
Jackson DeVille it is. That's why he's a Triple Crown winner. Let's go. I'm trying to tell y'all, boy. I got the best podcast panel on YouTube, boy. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it do. Don't ever test my dudes, man. I heard in the playoffs the Jags are going to play soundbite of their coach saying Duval every time they score. Okay. We got a Jacksonville Jaguar up in here. Jaguars, baby. Man, Jacksonville's for real, man.
They're doing real good.
Yeah, respect to them boys.
Just keep that same energy when we not doing so well. That's all I tell all the fans.
That's what we be saying.
Keep that same energy.
Yep,
I had to keep that same energy for years.
There you go, bro. hey, look, you stood on business, and look how it paid off for you. You stood on business. Can we talk how the Titans mascot is a raccoon for some reason? What's up, Brooke? I have no clue. Some of these teams kind of like that. They don't. But what can you get out of a Titan? A guy in a Spartan uniform or something?
Hey, man, that'd be pretty cool.
That's a little, yeah.
That's what USC does for the Trojan. And
Kunta right there. I don't know. A giant.
They should have a guy on stilts in a like, I don't know, huge, like Golem style guy, like something like that.
Holy hell!
I got the Ringling Brothers, Bonham and Bailey.
Yeah, some of these mascots don't even line up to their team. Happy New Year's, guys! First time listening here. Got a quick question for all of you. Sure, man. Go ahead. Put all your questions in the live chat, man. Let's come be a part of the show. You got any questions for these four gentlemen right here? Go ahead, man. What do you got? Night Sims. Matthew, what up, Matthew? Matt came back. My team didn't make the playoffs, but I hear we in play for Max Crosby. Well, you heard wrong, sir. No, 98 ain't going nowhere, my friend. No, sir.
Hey, bro, we'll send him to Minnesota in exchange for 18 and a couple first-round picks.
No, don't need him.
That's in your dreams.
We got Dallas Turner.
Oh, damn. Inflatable
PlayStation, get them all day.
Inflatable car guys like a Viking. What does that mean? Uh-oh, you should take a shot at the Vikes.
Inflatable car guys like a Viking. Oh.
Okay, here's the question he got. He said, with all the injuries in the league this year, let's say all the teams were healthy, how would you see the league turning out, specifically the NFC North, AFC West, and the AFC East? It's a great goddamn question.
I mean,
Mr. Moderator, you want to hit that first?
I don't think much would have changed with the NFC North. because injuries didn't really hold anybody in the division back except for Detroit. But even if Detroit was healthy, I don't know if they would have had the offensive firepower to keep up with Chicago and with Green Bay.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see how Green Bay would do if they still had Micah Parsons, though. That is interesting.
Yeah.
In terms of the AFC West, same thing, really. Mahomes' injury happened so late in the season that I don't really know how much of a difference it would have made if he would have been healthy and nobody else in our division was really hurt this year. The Raiders just suck. I mean, that just is what it is. Injuries won't play a part in that.
Yeah.
The AFC East, yes, same thing. I don't think injuries played a part in any of those decisions because Tua sucks, whether he's healthy or not. Nobody from the Patriots or Buffalo really got hurt, and then the Jets just don't have any talent. So I don't think injuries really affected any of those three divisions except maybe the Packers.
Q, what you think?
Well, I'm kind of like with Mark, especially with some of the superstar players and some of these teams in these divisions. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be different. And we mentioned the Michael Parsons and especially the AFC West out there with the 49ers and with the 49ers and the Seahawks, which are playing here in a few. We know how competitive they can be, and then with their star players. So yeah, I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, injuries do happen. They're gonna happen every year, and so and it all depends on who the injuries happen to. You know what I'm saying? Especially your key players. Like we won't say we know Michael Parsons is the key injury that happened this year, but Green Bay is moving on without him. But we know that they can use him in the playoffs. And so, but they're gonna have to, come together and see what they can do as far as in the playoffs. But I never really thought about that, nothing like that, because I know injuries do happen. Our teams can, I hate injuries, especially the ACL tears. Put a player on the shelf, and you don't know how they're gonna be when they come back. I specifically like one player, Malik Neighbors. I think he can be prototypically Randy Moss type-ish. To me, I like the way he gets the ball. So I like the way he plays. I hate that happen to him, but it just happened. So I don't really, So it would change, but unfortunately, that doesn't how it happen in the NFL. These things do happen. So
yeah, they do happen though. Latino Heat.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the AFC West, we may have seen the Chiefs maybe pull out like a last-minute ditch effort to try to make it to the playoffs, maybe squeeze in at best case scenario, but probably not because it happened so, late in the season where they were already kind of dead in the water. AFC East, it is what it is there. Tua isn't the greatest. He's already been benched, and Quinn Ewers is going to be taking over for that spot.
Yeah, that's what I said. Quinn Ewers.
When it comes to the NFC North, I think that if everybody was healthy, I think we make all four teams make the playoffs. I think the Vikings squeeze in by the skin of their pants. We were already basically one game away if we didn't give up that. There was 3 or 4 games where we lost on the final drive, game-winning drive that we just couldn't complete, right? So we healthy, that could have changed things. I don't think that we would have been like the team to beat in the NFC North, but I think that both the Lions probably, edge out. Lions and Vikings get anywhere between 10 and 11 wins. And then the Packers and the Bears do as well as they have, right? So probably seeing a first time, or have we ever seen NFC North, all 4 teams making it? But it could have been a season for.
It's always the Bears behind.
Yeah, they always it's always one of us that's kind of like, even when we get 3 in there, like there's only one team that's kind of struggling. But this year, had everybody been healthy, the Detroit defense was completely obliterated. Our O-line was completely obliterated too. That cost us a good 4 games. Micah Parsons, him being injured, totally affected how they finished off the season. They may have had a higher seeding, right? So I think that's really the only division that we may have seen a bit of movement in comparison to the other two.
Okay. Rockstar Rock.
Okay. As far as I'm gonna start with. Well, the East was always gonna be a 2-man race as far as with that division, a 2-team race
Yeah, yeah,
with
right.
New England getting Mike Vrabel and what Buffalo has done for years, owning that division the last 5 years. I didn't have any faith in Miami. I didn't have it. Well, damn sure I ain't had no faith in the Jets because they didn't have a quarterback. They didn't have a quarterback going into the season that was going to at least complete passes, stretch the field. You know, the situation in Miami, I just think that was just bad based off of how they gave up certain veteran pieces early in the offseason when they traded Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey. They didn't think about how, them veteran guys could have, kept the locker room in a good, up and coming things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC West, I believe, well, when the Chiefs lost, I believe when they lost that game to the Chargers and Mahomes got hurt, I believe that's when they got eliminated from the playoffs. So that exited them out even trying to make a run at the end of the season. So with the NFC North, it was always going to be either a three or 2-team race, depending on how things shaked up because of all of the depending on how everything shaked up with the quarterback play with certain teams. Like Caleb Williams having a good season for the Bears is why Detroit didn't have a good season this year because they couldn't compete. When they came to playing the Bears, Caleb Williams made key plays in certain games this season down in the stretch, whereas though the games that Detroit were in last year, Detroit were losing those games this season.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of shook up the division a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota with JJ McCarthy necessarily being banged up and then they not
Mm-hmm.
having a guy after him that could
Mm-hmm.
supplement him being banged up through
Mm-hmm.
certain games. It shook their season a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And with Green Bay, Micah Parsons getting hurt,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that shook their defense up a little bit, and they also had Jordan Love and Malik Willis banged up as well.
Right.
So
Right.
I think injuries is on all, like Q Dog said, it's always going to happen because it's a physical sport.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys are getting injured and they're not even being touched. You
Right.
see guys take the wrong step and then it's
Yeah.
over. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you
That's
know,
true.
uh, it's just a part of the game, and sometimes you just some teams get lucky and some teams don't, and so that's my take.
Okay. What team suffered the most because of injuries? Because I think it was either Eagles, Bengals, or the Giants.
I
I think
mean,
it's the Bengals.
Joe Burrow stayed hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants, it
The
affected the
Giants.
Giants more
Oh,
because Brian Daboll lost his job after Scatterboo and Malik
still
Neighbors got
did.
hurt.
Yeah.
Still did. What
They
about the fact
offense
if I
was
get the
moving.
single game with the entire starting offense?
I'd
Like
say
down the fact
Vikings
that,
for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Defense.
I don't even think
Yeah.
we had a game with our entire O line either. It was rough season. I haven't seen something like that in a while, so
Right.
plays a massive factor.
Watching from the ATL dirt. Oh, okay.
Oh, the Dirty Birds.
ATL, baby. ATL with my old stomach grounds, boy. Woo!
They go to the
Boy.
conditioning, man. Like these
My
players,
old stomach ground right there, boy. God dang, boy.
I think they're not doing too well with their conditioning in the offseason.
Strength and conditioning coaches need to step up their game. Absolutely.
They're not hitting no more. They only got so many padded practices, and that's where the injuries are happening in the regular season when they got the pads on. It ain't, you're not hearing about a dude get injured for the rest of the season. In practice, sometimes you might hear it. I think that happened to Travis Hunter this year, but all of the
Falcons,
big
Chargers.
injuries been happening in games.
Mm-hmm.
Falcons, Chargers, Packers. Those are the 3 games that we actually completely got beat. We had no answer for them.
Right. All the games we really lost. Falcons, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, That's true. He agreed with both AFC. He said, "You guys rock, man, with these explanations, though. Very thought out." Hey, man, these are my dudes right here. These are my dudes. These are my dudes right here. ESPN ain't got nothing on these guys. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Night Sims, man, we thank you for your question, man. Anybody got any questions for these four gentlemen right here, man? Hey, the door is open. The door is open. And but the comments. I gotta get to this. If you're out there watching, please keep your comments. Please keep them clean. It's all about sports here. We ain't with that other foolishness. Because I just had to boot somebody out of here. We come on now. Come on. We grown here. We not gonna be acting crazy up in the live chat. So if you get crazy, your ass is out of here. All right? Get out of here. Come on now. We have fun and stuff like this, but racism and all that is not gonna be tolerated up in there. NFC South is no good. We're embarrassing down here in Atlanta.
Well spoken.
Well spoken.
That's crazy that a team that's losing, the team that ain't gonna make the playoffs, control whether one of the teams in front of them make the playoffs. Yo.
Absolutely.
The league got 18, right? 16 teddies, probably.
Yeah, Neighbors is a dude, bro. I'm excited to see what he does next year.
Neighbors a dog now. Dayball was going the right direction. Hate to see that happened to him. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we're getting there. Would you rather have Cam Ward or Tyler Show at the level he is progressing? Hell no. Give me Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward.
Hell no.
Potential over. Oh, yeah. I think the potential wins over his production right now. Like Tyler Shuck has definitely been playing really good.
That's Cam Moore's got him right. Yeah, I agree, Supreme. I agree, Supreme. That dude, he turned it on lately.
He is playing very good.
Titans, head to head, like didn't they beat the Titans?
Yeah, they beat the Titans.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. I gotta take Cam Ward on it. What's up, Sam? Will?
Hey, what's up, Sam?
Sam Wentz, what up, Sam? Alabama play. Damn. Yeah, bro. We got murked by Indiana. That's so good.
They both got good upside though. Shuck and Cam Ward. I just think
you'd rather have Max Brosmer or Taysom Hill at quarterback.
Taysom Hill.
Oh hell yeah. Taysom Hill and that Vikings offense.
Spencer Rattler. Neither one of those two. I want to take one of those guys as QB.
Oh, he a Viking. He a Viking fan.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you know him, Supreme.
No, maybe he's one of my newer subscribers. We've had definitely a bunch of subscribers.
Man, I've been sending them to you, bro. I've been sending.
I appreciate Night for sure.
I've been sending it to you, man. I'm a Vikes fan, so I have to ask this, or maybe just put it out there. We should trade Darisaw, release Hargrave, retire Kelly, start Mason, let KOC keep plays, make Brian Flores the highest paid coordinator. Goddamn,
I agree. I agree with 2 out of 4 on there.
Yeah,
the Darisaw one, you can forget that one. I'm with the Kelly one, and I'm with the Hargrave, but start Mason. No. Bring in a running back, compliment Mason. Mason is just a tough run inside in the red zone. I give us tough yards, but he's not an every down back that we need somebody explosive that can hit those holes and make defense respect it. So that Mason thing, no.
Mason here is a tight end and still better than a quarterback. He is tight end, isn't he? He's on special teams too.
He's supposed to be retired, right?
He's a gadget player at best.
Yes. Again, man, thank you guys in the live chat, man. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys is killing it, man. Now I'm just gonna turn this thing over to the moderator of the night, ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 MVP, Mr. MVP. The floor is yours, sir.
Hey, appreciate it, host. You might as well call me NXT because I'm taking over, man. This is my show now. And, if you're a consistent viewer of the Real to Sports podcast, you already know. If you're a first-time viewer, then welcome. I like to call this the most diverse podcast anywhere in the internet today because nobody else covers a wide variety of sports like we do here at the Real to Sports Talk Show. So tonight, we are going to put that statement to the test. I've got some great topics for you guys. So, with without any further ado, let's get into it. It's early January, so since it's fresh in everybody's mind, let's rewind the clocks a little bit to Christmas. You know, I'm sure for a lot of viewers out there, growing up, Christmas was always the NBA's day. That was always the day that you open up gifts and you watch basketball. But lately, it's turned into a day that's been dominated by the National Football League to the point where the NBA is getting the crap beaten out of them in the ratings on their own day. If you look at the ratings for this past Christmas of 2025, I'm glad we got 2 Viking fans on the panel tonight. The game with the Vikings that had backup quarterbacks was the highest viewed game of the Christmas Day slate for the NFL, and it straight obliterated anything put up by the NBA. So my first question to the fellas is, has the NFL gotten too big for its britches? Is it starting to become offensive that the NFL is invading the unspoken rule of leave Christmas to the NBA and the NFL take Thanksgiving? I'm going to start with the OG. How do you feel about the NFL invading the NBA's territory here?
It does seem like the NFL, when it comes to sports, we know that is the most popular. Football is the most popular sport that's out there. You know, you can't dispute that. And I think it has got to the point where we have started out implementing these Thursday night games, which started a couple of years ago, which was never heard of until toward the latter part of the season. Now it's becoming a part of the regular season. And that being said, you was right, you know, and I never kind of thought about it. You know, Christmas Day was just all NBA basketball from noon to night. And I think the NBA had became some type of bully. The whiteout game that we started, wearing those uniforms, a lot of people love those uniforms. They're nice, but we can't wear the white helmet during the regular season. Don't understand it, but you can't wear a white helmet, period. They don't want you to wear it. It's one of the NFL rules. But we can wear it for the whiteout game. And it's just because, you know, that's the most Christmas Day. You're going to have all these views and everything. I really feel that the NBA has got itself put in a position where the NBA is the bully, and it seems like they can't beat them because I just think you know I don't really. The NBA has changed. To me, I don't think that we can see that there's a lot of star players that maybe on a certain 2 teams, but we can't. I think it came down to seeing star players, and I think the NBA has changed. We know the NBA has changed, but the NFL will never change. It will never change. You're gonna see star players on different teams all the time, and with star players on different teams, you know the matchups are going to be good. You know, you're going to see star players on this team, star players on that team. The next team that comes up, you star players on this team. You can't say that with the NBA unless you want to take it back to the 90s. Now, if you want to take it back to the 90s, then, you know, hey, the Knicks, the Lakers, the Bulls, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? All these different, you're going to get a good matchup in every game. And I think once the competitiveness had gotten away from the NBA, now a whole lot of star players on a whole lot of teams. I think that might be something that they might be looking at that might have done happen with the NBA. You know, it's kind of like there'll be an old rapper, Humpty Dumpty, and say, please, all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump D. And I think the NFL has bumped D. So in that aspect, yes, I hope. You like that one, but
my man, with old school.
Yeah, so I really didn't never looked at it until you brought it up, Mark, because I'm so NFL and I love teams on the NFL. I'm more NFL than I am NBA. But since now I'm thinking about it, it used to be a time where it was NBA all day on Christmas Day, and but here as the host is showing the views on Christmas Day games, you look at the numbers. I mean, they're getting beat by look at these double-digit numbers, and we see on the screen. That's what I'm talking about. And because look at these matchups.
What?
Cavaliers, Knicks. I mean, I can give you that one. Spurs, Thunder. I can give you that one. Magic, Warriors, Rockets, Lakers. I mean, it goes down as the team plays towards the West. And this right here goes to show you that that's what it's all about. We got into sports, and sports is all about numbers. They're all about their numbers. You know what I'm saying? And what the money, what's going to make the money. And the NFL is making the money, so they're allowing them to do this. They're allowing them to come on Christmas Day and bump the NBA out the way, which is right. What is right? No, it's not right. It should give them the same chance to get up there, but they just can't. Right here, it shows right here. The statistics show it right here that they can't compete with the NBA in the NFL. They just can't.
Nope.
So that this is going to be a continuing trait until the NBA starts to show that they can get players that have competitive matchups that audiences want to see. So that really shows the decline of the NBA. It is headed in a downward spiral. So with the whatever the game they had, the finals game or whatever they had this year with the NBA, they're coming up with things to try to boost up the ratings. Because they're falling bad. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird is not coming back through that door to save the NBA. So I don't know what they're gonna do, man. So it's terrible for them though. But yeah, I don't know what they. But from what I'm
I am. I'm ready for that.
The NFL, is taking over, man. Their ratings too strong.
Yep.
I feel that, OG. So Supreme, my man, since you got a marketing background, let me ask you this: the
Latino
NFL,
Heat, baby.
The NFL start off this season. You had game one, opening night before the first play even happened. The quarterback of a star team getting spat on by another player. You've had fans complaining for years about how bad the officiating is. We did a whole man-to-man barbershop episode about parents feeling concerned about letting their kids play football because of all the crazy injuries you can receive. So you got all this negative publicity out here in the air, yet when you look at the numbers, the NFL's put up some godly numbers. Supreme, I want to ask you from the marketing perspective, what's the secret sauce to how the NFL can keep bringing in all this TV exposure and TV revenue, yet still have all this crazy stuff going on the field?
Marking these questions, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
When it comes to the marketing background, they're just doing a really good job of identifying what the fan base wants and what where other leagues are not coming up to par, right? So
Ravens,
NHL, MLB, NBA, their product. Well, I guess baseball's probably still up there, but for the other two, they're just not what they used to be in the 90s, right? So they're just identifying a gap and they're filling that hole. And despite the negative publicity and stuff like this, earlier in the season, we talked about the coach of the Cardinals hitting the player, the running back, after fumbling the ball, right? And my position was like, I had to take the business perspective because you can't let that happen on the sideline because that just ruins your product. It ruins your ability to sell ads. It ruins your ability to push this to a wider audience. So despite all the negativity, there's still so much other stuff that they're just doing so well in comparison to other leagues. They're providing that value that other leagues aren't doing, which is why they have taken over so much. From a marketing perspective there, it's funny when I was preparing for this one, I actually misunderstood the question. I thought it was invading other territories, like with the international games and trying to get into Europe and trying to get into Mexico and Brazil. So I had another whole train of thought as well that I'll touch base on it at the end. But when it comes to NFL encroaching when it comes to Christmas on the NBA, it just becomes a product. The product for the NFL is just far superior than the NBA right now. The NBA needs to go back a little bit old school. They need to bring back hand checking. They need to bring back more competitiveness.
Amen.
Host OG fired up.
Phil James has definitely ruined this generation. You know what I mean? He's been jumping around from team to team. He's making the whole league soft. Player empowerment is just garbage, in my opinion. There's an order, there's a hierarchy, there's the ownership, and it just goes down. The players are at the bottom of this, and if they're empowered to run things, it just creates a product that we're seeing right now. The NBA is a joke in so many different ways. Nobody wants to, there's some competitive teams out there. You got like OKC out there, they hustle hard, they play good. Denver plays a really good style of basketball, but then when you got other teams where you're just sitting there and it devolves into just a whole bunch of just teams just chucking up threes, it's freaking boring to watch. I want to see people getting postered. I want to see blocks. I want to see physical play. I want to see old school 90s style, more of that style of basketball. And the product is just inferior. So as a result, that's why we see these numbers, right? That's why the NFL is taking a massive step in encroaching on the NBA. When, yes, traditionally speaking, Christmas was the NBA's, like Q Dog said, we had a generation where we had the Bulls, where we had the Magic, when we had Houston, the Pistons, the Knicks, Seattle, you know what I mean? Like there was just a different level of competition, and we didn't see guys at the end of the game, dapping each other up and exchanging jerseys and acting like they were best friends. They would finish games angry that they lost, and it was different, So that, I think that's where it comes from. And then the tie-in for where I thought it was going, where we're now trying to encroach in on the all the international markets. I think it takes away from the quality of product because the teams are traveling. There's jet lag. They just don't get to prepare. My Vikings team traveled with like 100,000 pounds of like workout equipment and all this stuff. Like it just makes it makes the product inferior when it is in these international markets. Some of these fields, man, in Brazil, in Mexico, and in Ireland, just horrible. You got field goals getting blocked by the freaking camera wires. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and then on top of the fact that in the U.S., a lot of these freaking stadiums are subsidized by the city as well as other organizations. So when they're not playing, they're not generating revenue for the state. And on top of that, there's another layer where some of these teams, if they don't play in the international game or they don't lose, you know what I mean? Like the losses that you face international or the games, it just changes the outcome of the whole season for some of these teams. It's difficult to travel internationally, deal with all that, deal with the whole hoopla and everything, all the added just stuff that they had to do outreach to get the NFL out into these other markets. So that's where I was thought you were going, but I think it's definitely for NBA versus NFL and NHL. It's just an inferior product, and the superior product is winning. So maybe it's not a thing of being greedy. It's just when you see an opportunity as a business and there's a gap to be filled, you take that spot up before somebody else takes it, and then that's how you make money and grow.
Feel that. We appreciate the word tonight from Reverend Supreme, man. He was definitely preaching to the OGs.
We're gonna take up offering now. We're gonna take up offering.
Drop them
Yeah,
super chats.
yeah,
Being
bro.
trash.
The next
He being
person-
trash, baby.
I got $1.
The next person I want to go to on this is my main man, Rockstar Rock. Because for those of you who don't know, man, Rockstar Rock has one of the most diverse palettes when it comes to sports. Like there were times where me and this man be riding
That's
home
my
from work,
dog.
having conversations down the highway about everything from wrestling to football to
my
basketball. So if anybody knows a diverse feeling of sports, it'd be my main man, Rockstar Rock, is evident by his undisputed Triple Crown Trivia Championship. So Mr.
better
Rock,
know it.
I got a question for you, man, because you're a big college football fan as well. Because it's not just the NBA that's being dominated by the NFL in ratings. The college football playoff, the first round of the playoff, had to go head to head against the NFL again this year. This year for the college football playoff in 2025, they averaged approximately 9.9 million views, according to AP News. But compared to the NFL was getting about 36.8 million viewers on average, compared to what the college football playoff was doing. So, Rockstar Rock, my question for you is, should college football make any adjustments, or what adjustments can college football make to where it can compete with the NFL? Because we talked about quality of product. College football has that. The 12 best teams are in the playoff. When it comes to tradition and having huge fan bases and marketing, college football has that, yet it still can't compete with the NFL.
Yo, Mark need to be in journalism, bro. I swear. He need to be in journalism, bro. Good God Almighty. Go ahead, Rock.
So Rock, I'm gonna ask you that same question. Should college football feel a type of way that they're losing Saturdays to the NFL?
I don't think college football should feel that way, because when the NFL is pretty much scheduling their Saturday games, when the college football season is pretty much on their ending. Now, if they expanded the college football playoff, then now you're talking about something, because now the college football playoff is going to have extended dates. It's going to be extended Saturdays that they may need to get results for the games regarding to the playoff system. But as far as with the NFL having Saturday games, they didn't have Saturday games for years. Back even in the early part of the 2000s, when Ray Lewis and Peyton Manning and Brady was still in their prime of their career, they still had Saturday games. It was just always late in the season, in like week 16 or week 17, instead of it being the actual, because back then they played only 16 games. They played only 16 games, 17-week season. So, and then the thing about it is that the NFL also expanded their playoffs as well. Back then it was only 6 teams. It's a 12-team playoff. Now it's 7 teams on both sides, making it a total of 14 teams. So the NFL is going to keep doing what they're doing. They're a machine. So the ratings is going to keep going up. The thing about it is with the NBA put their season out. They put their schedule out later than the NFL. So these Netflix games was already pre-scheduled, regarding of what the NBA was going to schedule for their Christmas games, whatever their lineups was going to be. The NFL put their games out. The schedule come out in May. Right when they doing their top 100 NFL players for the year, they put out the schedule. So they're going to keep adding games, because we as the fans want to see the type of matchups that they're going to schedule on those days. I'll bet. I mean, this year, based off of the result of how certain things happen to certain teams, the Christmas Day matchup, people could have said, well, the Cowboys and the Commanders didn't have anything to play for.
Eagles,
the Lions and the Vikings was, that was a divisional matchup. The Broncos and the Chiefs didn't have a quarterback going into that game. So, some people wanted those games to be flexed, but to see the amount of people that actually watched all 3 of those games is outrageous. And speaking of the NBA lineup, that only go to show you what the NBA is promoting. Cavs and the Knicks was the only East Coast game. And that game came on at 12 o'clock. Cavs and the Knicks was the only East Coast teams that got publicity on Christmas. Yeah. All the other games were West Coast games. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets, people were already tapped out by them because they were competing to watch that Chiefs Broncos game. So, it just depends on the viewership and the market of those games. The Timberwolves Nuggets game came on at like probably 10:30 at night here on the East Coast. We're not watching that game because if it's Christmas, you either winding down with your family or you winding down and doing things else. So, out of all of that, I just think that the NFL is gonna keep doing what they're gonna want to do. They're a machine. It's not really saying it's greedy if it's an unspoken rule. They're doing what they're supposed to do to protect their product and to promote their brand.
Yeah.
And who says football being on Christmas isn't better? I mean, we always have it on Thanksgiving as a tradition, and who says people out there on Christmas don't go out there and have Christmas Day football games as a family, just like you do as having a neighborhood turkey bowl.
Absolutely.
So it's not like they're moving in on the territory that's not up for grabs. It's up for grabs.
Absolutely.
So I think they're not being greedy. They're just doing what's best for their brand.
Absolutely.
The NBA would have done the same thing, and they are doing that by having Monday night games. The NBA got games on Monday night now and on Tuesday. So they're kind of getting in that same territory as trying to compete with the NFL in certain ways, because now once the season's over, that Monday night slot is just going to be the NBA and WWE on Netflix. So you're not going to watch, and the NBA has got that bracket of having it on local TV, the Monday and Tuesday games. They're either on Peacock or NBC. So they're going to win their ratings war towards in the mid part of their season. It's just that right now, we all know the NFL is going to do what they need to do and protect the brand and promote the shield.
I got you. OG, what you have for us, man?
I'm telling you, man, I got something I'm going to say that's going to blow y'all mind.
Go for it.
Looking at these numbers here, we're talking about these Christmas Day games and how, the NBA, the NFL has doubled the NBA and basically done pushed them out. One thing we failed to realize that I think the reason why a lot of these numbers are doubled, man, because there's a lot of women out there love football, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of women out there love football. I got two sisters, man. They just diehard football fans. They don't never talk about college. They don't never talk about NBA. They always talking about the NFL. They was very adamant at Christmas Day that we're going to sit down and we're going to watch these 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So, is mama happy, everybody happy in the house. So you got to go. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of single women out here too. There's a lot of single women out here, and they prefer pro football over college football or pro football over NBA. And so that's that's a thing that we don't really look at it. We know this a man's sport, but a lot of women are into football these days. A lot of them got teams. They walk around with their jerseys on, and so they love football. A lot of them can't wait to football start like we do. Everywhere you go, women talk about the NFL. So throwing the women in along with the men, the NBA is going to fall behind. There's not too many women out here that love the NBA. Not too many. Here and there. That's a little iffy.
Not top 10. Go ahead, Q.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason why that helps that number boost up there, because there's a lot of women out here that loves the NFL.
They definitely want to see a bunch of guys go at it instead of a whole bunch of flopping and limp-wristed basketball players out there just going for threes every 2 seconds and flopping. Yeah,
I mean, it's the physicality of a man. They love that physicality. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really, if you talk to them, they really don't understand basketball as much as football, because that contact, that's what men put the Warriors, and so that's the thing that I see mostly women. Man, I'm telling you, you got some women that's really, really, really adamant about football. Love football. You know, host your wife like the Green Bay Packers. I ain't never heard you say anything she look like no NBA team or nothing like that. So it's always the Packers.
And my sister's a Broncos fan.
Yeah, so you know, women love football, man. So that helps these numbers get up. You know, during Christmas Day, you know, you're going over mama house or whatever, you know, and the mama and the females are there, and so you know, wives are there, and they love football. So that's what they don't want to see no basketball. You want in the room by yourself and watch that TV, but that living room TV is going to be the NFL.
Damn right it is.
Mm-hmm. you do make a point though, Q Dog, though, because over the years, as far as even when Kobe was in the league on Christmas Day, by like the fourth or third Christmas Day game on the NBA, you wasn't really paying attention to the TV. You wasn't. You was doing something else. Like by the fourth or fifth Christmas Day game, you wasn't paying attention to the score or paying attention to the game. It was probably like the first two games on Christmas you really wanted to see, and then by that third or fourth game, you really wasn't paying attention. But he right about that. A lot of women do love the NFL. As far as football teams.
They really do.
You see them in more jerseys, in the NFL jerseys than any other type of sport team. That is true.
So WNBA. That's why you see these numbers there. You know, I really feel women got a part of this with these numbers out now. You know, saying outnumbering the NBA like that, because a lot of women are going to watch the NFL on Christmas Day than the NBA.
I want to get the host. I ain't forget about my dog host. I'm gonna get you in a second. But OG brought up something interesting to me. OG, I wonder why women like the NFL more than the NBA, because at least in the NBA you can actually see the players' faces. You know what I mean? Like they're not, you know, covered from head to toe in equipment and gear. At least in the NBA, like I can see, you know, who this is playing. I can see their names and everything. Why do you think women like football more than like basketball, if that's the case?
I think it's more of the just men itself, the being warriors, the physicality of the game, one trying to stop the other one, the hits. You know, you can hear women when the teams are playing, throw the ball, stop them, boy, this and that. A lot of times they don't know what they're talking about. They just know the general aspects of the game. They don't know nothing about plays. They don't know nothing about offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. They just know that ball moving up down the field. Players, I think it just got a lot of doing with the physicality of just men. You know what I'm saying? They're just men out there being men. You know, and a lot of them got young men that's growing up. They rather, you know, I know they don't want. They rather, if you see them at these Pop Warner games, you know, they cheer for their son more on a football field than they do basketball game. Basketball, I think it's just something about. I just think that's just a man's sport to them. That I think maybe the NBA is just that, you know, it's just it might be just kind of feminine to them. You know, because you don't see women football players, but you see women basketball.
You used to.
Well, I mean,
lingerie league.
They do. They got a football league.
It's the lingerie league.
Well, you do see them, but there's nothing like on the level of NFL football or WNBA. You don't see that, and so a lot of them deter from the WNBA because they don't want to see women. They don't want to see women out there. They'll tell you in a heartbeat. I don't look at no woman playing no basketball. They want to look at men playing football. They barely want to look at men playing basketball. So I just think it's just the physicality of men out there, the warrior type, gladiator type sports that turns them on. It turns a switch on in them. It really does, you know. And to the point where they get involved in football, they're arguing against us. You know? Yeah. So, you know, you competing with your old lady or you competing with your wife, and you know what I'm saying, and y'all. And I think that's a beautiful thing to me. Yeah. You know, I think that's a beautiful thing that women are into football like that. I like that.
Hey, host. How much grief was Mrs. Drew to the game giving us that time when the Ravens?
Oh man!
Oh god damn! She about to put us out.
Yeah.
Hey, who had the last laugh at the end though?
Yeah,
Raiders.
There you go.
But yeah, I think that to answer your question, I think that's what it is. I think it's just more of the physicality in the NFL than the NBA. It doesn't strike them. It doesn't interest them. You got a few players that females that like the NBA. My sister-in-law, man, I'll tell you that she's one of the biggest NBA fans I ever known. Her goal is to touch on every NBA stadium before she leaves here. So that's her goal. So that's what she's traveling to go to every NBA home court team before she leaves because she loves the NBA. She's a rare breed because I don't know too many women that like the NBA. She's very rare. And so that being said, most women I know that like sport, between these two, 99.9, that's going to the NFL.
I got you. So
unless they athletes, let's they a female athlete, they like majority both sports.
But we're talking about fans in general, but I think the fans, they'll go to the NFL.
Yeah, I think it taps into the primal nature of women. You know, like remember back in our generation, whenever you'd see a fight on the playground, the ladies were surrounding just as much as the guys in rooting it on. And
right.
You know, the tough guys, they were getting the chicks, you know, back in the day, in the gladiator days, those women would throw themselves at the gladiators had the pick of the litter when it came to women back in those
That's
days
true too.
in the Coliseum, right? It just triggers something primal in them that they know that these guys can protect me, and it hits a trigger in there,
right?
You know?
Yeah, because like back in the day in our high school days, you know, if you played on the football team or played on the football team, 9 times out of 10, you know, you're gonna get your girl. She want to walk down. She want to change classes.
Gonna be a ladies, man.
Yeah. You on that football team. You gonna get they're gonna grab it because they want to be. I'm with a jock. They say jock back in the day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big thing, like you say, Kareem. That Supreme. I mean that I think that really narrows it down to it. You know, they just like that physicality.
I got you. So I gotta go to my main man, my Raider brother, the host. Man, if anybody knows about like what it's like to be a sports fan who enjoys a bevy of different sports, it's my main man, the host. So host, I gotta ask you, dog. We're looking at the numbers from where they are today. Let's take it back to the 90s. If you had prime 90s NBA, I'm talking like MJ, hell, if you want to throw Shaq and Kobe in there from the early 2000s, go ahead. If the NBA still had the star player and the style of play that it had during its peak in the 90s, would that be enough to make them competitive against the NFL? Or do you think the NFL is just too big for anybody to reach right now?
Ooh, Mark, I tell you, journalism, I pay for your schooling, brother. Good God Almighty. Good God. First of all, talking behind these 4 guys is hard to do. Holy smoke. I'm just enjoying just sitting here listening to these guys. I'm enjoying this. This is good. But yeah, man, if 90s basketball, you said if Kobe and Shaq were still there, like guys like that?
I'm talking like literally take all your stars and the style of play from the 90s and take some of your stars from the early 2000s if you want. What would it take for the NBA to put up respectable numbers against the NFL?
That would be it, brother. I think that would be it. And people shying away from the NBA because of the like Supreme was saying, the game is just so soft. You got Steph Curry, who ruined the NBA by throwing up 3-pointers every night. I mean, just all the time, bro. You don't see only big man you really see in the post now is probably Nikola Jokic. About the only big man you're gonna see him, even at Wembley. My guy, Wembley. I mean, he's got 7'3", but he's running point guard. That's insane back in the 90s, in the 80s. I never seen Manute Bol take the ball down court. I never seen Bill Cartwright or Kevin Duckworth, or I never seen those guys go down the court with it. Like, kidding me? Fuck out of here. Like, no, dog. It was point guard, plays point guard. But anyway, I think the level of competitiveness, man, because I remember as a kid, the NBA was on NBC. And I remember, man, used to just drop everything. Me and my brother, we dropped everything and go watch the game. And the games back then, the final scores was like 81-77. Nowadays, you got 135 to 120, 167 to 140. Like, and it's all because, and this person here, he got 33 pointers, and this other person, he got 57 points. It's just insane. It's just not. And Adam Silver ought to really hear this show and hear what you got to say, Mark, and hear what these guys got to say. I'm talking about Supreme Rock and Q Dog. They really need to, hear what you got to say, man, because the NBA is it's dwindling little by little. It's starting. It's really, really, really getting with the All-Star game. That performance they did last year was terrible. That was terrible, man. And it drew a lot of people away from the NBA. It drew a lot of people away from them, man. And the NFL, if the NFL ain't careful, viewers going to get away from that. And it almost did when the whole BS with Kansas City. Yeah, everybody was like, yo, what is going on here? And everybody know, I hate Kansas City, but still, people was like, I don't even want to watch this, man, because they let Kansas City get away with everything. But now, noticeably, you see Kansas City stopped. You see all the favoritism stop for Kansas City. You see all that stop. So to get down to the point, man, I just think that, competitiveness. We like when the Knicks and the Pacers was going at it and stuff like that, man. We love to see that. We love to see the competitiveness in the NBA, man. Now it's just soft as freaking cotton. I don't even hardly watch the NBA, to be honest with you. The best game I've seen this year, and me and Rock talked about this, was Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards going against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That was the best game I've seen this year. That game was the best because it was, and that should have had high ratings because that game alone, you had two guys that was going at it, and it's a regular season game. But they was jousting, going at it at each other. That's what we want to see. The NFL is a monster. It's a global phenomenon, whatever case may be. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up. But the NBA, the greediness and stuff like that, what you said, the question is, I don't think the NFL is being greedy. The NFL is kind of like the WWE and Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon started this. Vince McMahon was going to territory. Those pro wrestling fans out there, he was going to buying different buying their best talent, bringing them over to the World Wrestling Federation. That's what he was doing. Hey, come here, I got you. I mean, from Portland to Mid-South to Georgia South, NWA. He was pulling talent. It wasn't being greedy. He was a businessman. I think that's what the NFL is.
Seize your opportunities, man.
Seize your opportunity, man. It's a big monopoly, bro. It's a big monopoly. Yeah. I don't think they're being greedy. See, I agree with Quentin. Women love to see warriors in football. Shit.
Yes,
I know, goddamn.
Yes, sir.
OG, the lady whisperer, I see.
Yeah, but you don't know. That's a Hall of Famer.
Hey, he ain't told me nothing. I don't know.
The reason Vince McMahon failed at football is because he was better at fixing games than the NFL.
Hey, listen, Mr. Connor. Listen, man, you're gonna get me on my soapbox and don't open the can of worms.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, professor of wrestling, boy.
No,
I got two guys. I got two guys right here, Rocky and Mark, boy.
That comment wasn't about wrestling. That comment was
about the XFL.
Original
XFL.
Yeah.
There's still things that the original XFL brought to the table that are still being implemented in the NFL today.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them being something that somebody mentioned earlier with the cam blocking the field goal.
Yeah.
That spider cam came from the XFL. Shout out spring football one time.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, before you move on, I'm gonna say this really fast.
Go for it, man.
If the NFL really want to make some money, If the NFL really want to get things going and fans like dominant like they got right now, why not buy the UFL and make it a development league just like the NBA has the G League?
Because why would they spend money on a league when they already have college football?
That's true too, but it's level. It can make it a level because UFL is still professional football. It's just at a lower level. They could buy the UFL and that could be their G League. So when players get hurt, instead of going to a goddamn practice squad, no, you go down to the UFL. And you still have playoffs and championships or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Something has to be done with the UFL.
The spring to play, right?
Yes, that's the only thing. And that's why the NFL is so dominant, because you're not going to get from September to February, you ain't going to get nothing. That is it. NFL is not going anywhere. They like you said, they stuck right there, bro. Right there. And I feel messed up in my head if NFL go to summertime. Oh, hell no. I wouldn't like that. Because we used to the cold nature Buffalo fans. They're gonna be pissed because they live and die in that snow. Green Bay gonna be pissed because that's how they get the advantage, because they know how to play in the element. Shut up, host. Okay.
Hey, host, you're good, man. Can you actually...
Mark, can I piggyback on that with that question what you just asked, host?
Go ahead, man. Go for it.
I really feel that if that was to happen, you take that era of the 90s basketball and put that on Christmas Day, NFL could not touch it.
Facts.
Couldn't touch it. The numbers would flip. These numbers would definitely flip, man. They would flip. But I think just because the type of players that we have, that they just can't muster up. They just can't do it.
Yep. And see, that's what I'm saying. He agreed to Connor. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. MLB have minor leagues. The minor leagues, the G League is a minor league in NBA. Why the NFL can't get in a minor league? Why not?
Hey, man, we've been asking that question for us.
They gotta do. Been asking that question man. I love the UFL, man, and they need to really treat the UFL
is their minor league. With the NIL and the transfer portal.
They need to treat the UFL with some respect, man, because those guys play their asses off, and I'm so I don't want to go into it, but I'm mad at The Rock because goddamn, I love the UFL, man. Shut up, host. Go ahead, Mark.
It's all good, man. I feel host's passion. The one thing that I have noticed over the last 5 years is that the same people who are NFL fans aren't necessarily football fans. So just because they support, the NFL during the NFL season doesn't mean they're like me and host and rock and watching college football every week, or, staying up watching the UFL in the spring. Some people are NFL and NFL only, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's just how it is.
All right.
But the next part of this topic we want to get to, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Take it to a North Carolina legend, people known around the world, goes by the name of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And Dale Jr., he weighed in on this topic. He said on his podcast, and I quote, "I keep hearing about football, the NFL. We need to move out of their way, we being NASCAR, and we need to end our season. I don't buy that shit," he said. "We aren't doing great right now, but we don't need to leave the room. We need to get our shit together, and we need to make our way back towards some respectable numbers while still racing whenever the hell we feel like racing." So I'm gonna keep it with the host and start with my next topic here, gentlemen. Should other sports leagues adjust their rules?
Should other sports leagues? Oh, he probably got a phone call. Should other sports leagues like the NBA and the NCAA football adjust their calendars around? I got you, Mark. Go ahead, Mark.
My bad.
No, you can be fine. You're fine, bro.
I'm saying should other sports leagues like the NBA, like NASCAR, and like NCAA football, should they adjust their calendars around the NFL season? I'm gonna start with host.
Well, I think if I ain't mistaken, and I seen this before like a month or two ago on Colin Coward, because I follow him. He's kind of like my role model as far as hosting stuff. I love the guy. I love the guy. But I think soccer dipped, right? Soccer took off, right? Did soccer?
MLS. Yeah.
Yeah, MLS. Because they couldn't. They were struggling because of the NFL. They were struggling, so they took off, and now they're in the summer, right? I think they're in the summer.
Spring.
Okay. Yeah, I think
summer.
spring and summer. Okay. Yeah. So I think first of all, like I said, the NFL is not going to go nowhere. Now, I do remember. Oh man, what's his name? Somebody on the show that was talking about that, and he said that we're going to keep NFL from September to February. They changed the NBA.
Okay.
Had the season start Christmas Day and end in August. Okay. But we got to think about the WNBA as well. The WNBA, he said late July to like December. Still, you're not gonna beat the NFL. You're still gonna lose ratings. I don't care where it is. I think sports leagues should try at least. But again, man, when you do stuff like that, man, to adjust like that, you got TV, you just got all kind of. Then that's when especially the NBA, because the NBA is a bunch of crybabies like hell. They already complain about they got to play this amount of games in a row, and I got to play on Christmas Day, and I got to play 20 games in a row. What kind of shit is that? But anyway, yeah, man. I think in order to get things around, because like this is the NFL is like the sun, and we just gotta revolve around that mother because it's a global phenomenon. So it's gonna be tough, bro. But I think like soccer got the hell out of here. They went on. They was like, yo, we can't do it. College football is really the only one that's gonna suffer too much with that. The NBA is suffering on their own weakness. They doing it themselves. But college football, nobody harder. Like even with now, Sam Wilkins in the live chat, he said, "Look, I'm going to watch a football game." He ain't watching us. He going to watch a football game. Hey, it's what it is. It's what it is, man. You cannot beat the NFL. You're not going to beat the National Football League because all of us, Supreme, Rock, especially Q, Mark, all of us, we don't care what's on TV on Sundays. I know me. I don't care what's on. I don't care. Football. My wife. No, I can go fishing. I come back around about 12:30. My wife already had TV on football because she already know. From 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock, football. That's just me. So it is to check my mouth here. Yeah, it is. It's going to be tough, Mark. It's going to be very, very tough for sports leagues to do this. I don't know who else going to move. Who can move is the question. I don't know, Mark. I just don't know.
I got you. That's a fair point. Latino Heat, Supreme.
What's happening? The
NFL's influence is so big that up in Canada, the CFL is catching a lot of heat.
That's true.
They're restructuring themselves to be more resemblant to the NFL. Do you think that the NFL's influence is so big that other sports leagues are going to need to change their schedules to fit the NFL season?
New York Giants.
Yeah. Well, let me put it to you this way. Like back in the 90s, we had a juggernaut. We had 2-3 beats come out of Chicago. What did teams have to do? They either had to build themselves up so they could compete against them, which it was next to impossible, or they had to figure something else, right? And find their own lane and wait until that dominance.
Give me another trivia.
So when it comes to modern day football, when we look at the actual leagues, right? Like the NFL is a juggernaut. And as of right now, they have a really good marketing department. They got really good advertising. They do a really good job of providing fans a level of product that just is far superior than other sports leagues. So Like the CFL, we're seeing that from MLS, CFL. They're retooling their leagues in order to be able to position themselves in different areas to be able to generate revenue, because it really only matters about revenue. If you can't compete, you need to get out of the way. You know, or else you're just going to get trucked all over. You're going to give up three-peats, and it's just going to be an era of dominance, and everybody else is just going to look bad, right? You're going to have someone retire for a couple of years for anybody to have a chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's not happening with the NFL. So the NBA might be able to, if they kind of restructure, because they do have the superstar names and talent to be able to position themselves to contend against the NFL, but the product is just mediocre in comparison. You might have all the superstars in the world, you might have all the shoe brands and the deals and everything, and the marketing power, but if the product isn't good, you're not going to compete against a juggernaut.
Absolutely.
And so they're going to have to retool their rules, bring in maybe an old school mentality, something in order to be able to compete head to head with the product that the NFL is. So for every other league, you know, and college football, yeah, they should probably look at maybe adjusting their playoffs or their season so that they kind of finish a little bit earlier, so that, you know, December they just can't compete, you know, and so they kind of can shift back and have the ability to draw in those numbers and bring in that revenue, because that's really what matters. NHL is kind of one of those leagues that is really popular in general, but they really don't compete. They have it's hard for the NHL to compete because it's just a different sport. You know what I mean? It's like curling. You know, they make their money, but it's different. You know, their fans base is different. Most hockey fans that I know that are just diehard hockey fans, they don't watch CFL, they don't watch football. It's all hockey, nothing else. Maybe some baseball because we got the Blue Jays and whatnot, but other than that, it's all hockey. So they don't really have to position themselves to compete with the NFL. Plus, their season can really rotate really easily, right? But yeah, I think that other leagues are going to have to adjust and get out of the way or get run over. You know? And so it is what it is. If they want to be competitive, if they want to continue to make money and scale, they're going to have to.
I got you.
God damn, that's so true. That is so damn true.
So, OG, if one of these other leagues adjusted their schedule, do you think that would increase their viewership? Do you think more people would check them out that wouldn't have been able to before because they were too preoccupied with the NFL?
It's kind of hard to adjust your schedule around the NFL because when they start and when they finish. The only sport I've seen around there that doesn't have to really worry about the NFL is the MLB, because by the time they get started in spring training, NFL's already gone, and they play majority of regular season before the NFL come in within the first month of September, and so they're basically going through their playoff game by the end, and so. They don't have to worry about them far as regular season views. Only thing that I can say about the NFL that you're talking about, the NFL is really the King Kong of sports. Mm-hmm. And you got all these other animals that want to challenge King Kong, but King Kong is King Kong. Yeah. And so another thing is that we gotta look at, and I'm gonna go back again, that when we're talking about children, and most children when they're out here, they're starting sports, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them play more Part 1 football than they do basketball or baseball. It's the star players that they see. They wear the cleats, they wear the sleeves, and everybody, a lot of these little kids want to be NFL players, and a lot of these Part 1 teams, they're patterning their teams after. You can almost, some of these these Part 1 teams look like college teams. The way the coaches coach them, they have spring training. I ain't never heard of my life till a couple years ago that Park Warner teams have spring training. I mean, they're really into it, pouring this NFL into these kids like this. And
the parents too, bro.
The parents too. And I just really feel that this only way they can really, the NFL will have to die off. And when I say die off, is that we deal with the concussions, but is anybody dying on the field? Nobody dying. But until players start to die, in each game we see players die, or players die every season, then they can annihilate football. It's just too dangerous. It's not worth nobody life.
So you think it's bulletproof, basically?
I just think it is, man. I just they pour too much into it from childhood. You know, then you're throwing in the women nowadays. Like I said, I mentioned that your other question. I'm throwing the women, putting up the numbers now. Now women are into it. There's so much they're pouring into it, and it's just like they're getting stronger and stronger by every year. And so these other teams, the NBA, the NCAA football, the NCAA basketball, and all these other teams, it's just hard. You can just get in there and do what you can do, but it's hard to mess with a juggernaut, a team, somebody that's strong like the NFL, man. That thing is strong. Draft night. Look at draft night itself. It's just crazy. Look at all the people out there draft night. Wherever they host the draft party. Look at all the people. Nights. That's like watching the ball drop at New York Times Square. I mean, multiply that times 10. I mean, it seems like you can get trampled on out there. Yeah. I mean, but it's just crazy, man, how the NFL has come since way back in the day, since I was a little kid and watched it. It had just grown and grown.
The draft ain't never been like that.
Never been like that. Mm-hmm. Never been like that. You don't even really knew of a draft.
It wasn't even televised.
Yeah, it wasn't even televised. Yeah, never. You know, and nowadays football has just, like I say, you know, with the equipment, with the Under Armour, look, guys out there want to look good, and you know, everybody wants to be certain players in the NFL. It just like I say, and I hate to be harsh about that. That's the only way I figure that these sports can come up and be dominant, is that the NFL has to die.
So what's up?
And it's not it's until people start to die on the field, then these other sports can, because it'll go down. The NFL will go down as life is starting to be lost on the field. You know, they're working around the CTEs, and they're running around the concussions. They're working around that. They're gonna work around. There's too much money involved.
Right.
They're gonna keep working around that. But until people start to die on that field, we never seen that. We seen Ray Stinger get paralyzed, but we never seen nobody die. And we start seeing them start to die on a regular basis, then there you go. That's when the NFL go down. But until that, it's just no win. I just can't see there's no other sport that can be on that level or get to that level and override them. No, there's no way, Mark. No way. Passion fun, man.
Kansas City did take a little sting. And I know, host, you just don't like Kansas City. No, I don't. But I'm just saying, Kansas City took some sting out of it too, man, with all that bull crap they were doing. People didn't. They ain't want to watch it. I'm telling you, people didn't want to watch it. Vegas is they're betting. They lost a lot of money because people weren't betting no more. Why the hell I need to bet for when the refs gonna get this game up? Like that's the only thing that hurt the NFL. But yeah, like I agree with Q. Like you ain't gonna kill that.
Yeah, you look at your girl, the with Kansas City, when she came in, and she bringing all the women in. You know,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, like I say, you know, like I say, man, I mean, I just can't see. I see it growing. I think it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And with the other sports, they'll just stay mediocre. They're just playing to be playing. Hopefully you can get some fans in, and you're going to get fans in the NBA. You're going to get NCAA football fans. We're going to get NCAA college football fans. But on the level of the NFL, you can forget it.
Exactly.
It ain't going to happen.
Because
It ain't going to happen, bro.
Even with the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is the biggest goddamn champion out of all sports. That is the biggest because they make that a spectacular. Bigger than WrestleMania, bigger than NBA Finals, and
you hear people all the time. I heard people all the time. I don't watch sport, but I do watch the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, exactly.
Yeah, you hear people all the time say that.
Yeah. The Super Bowl and Q, and you remember back in the and y'all remember back in the day in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl wasn't even like that. It wasn't even like when Buffalo played Dallas. It wasn't like this. Now you got pop stars at halftime. You got all these commercials. You got all the fireworks and celebrities.
Yeah, and in the week of the Super Bowl, I advise every chicken to run for the hills. I promise you that. Run for the hills, baby, because you about to be you about to be in somebody's grief.
Yeah, that's why you can't take OG nowhere, man.
But what he said, the NFL is evolving every year, man. It's evolving every year, and holy hell, I'm telling you, a grand slam if they just bring. Well, I don't want to get into that. If they just bring the Pro Bowl back, but I leave that back. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
So Rockstar Rock, man, we finish it off with you. Do you think that other sports leagues like the NBA or the NCAA or NASCAR should adjust their schedules around the NFL season, or is football just too dominant to even contend with?
My bad. I had to make me some dinner. Conversation went up a little bit. That's why I was off camera. But to answer the question, I believe the NBA and the NCAA can adjust their calendars though. Because reason I say that is because in the first month of August, when the NFL is doing preseason.
Who was that? You're
out of here.
You don't watch that. Who was that?
You just made the list.
Yeah, you just made the list.
There you go.
The hell you talking about? Bye.
Well, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, y'all. You know.
But nah, OG was right though about the whole chicken need to go missing around Super Bowl time. That is true. That's the most. That's the most cooked. That's the most cooked food during the Super Bowl. And I think the NFL. I think the college football. I think they can adjust their schedule to probably like that first month of August. Because that's when they usually have their big matchups anyway, like the non-conference schedules or the games where, like this year, they made a big deal about Miami and Notre Dame playing in the first 2 weeks of the season, but those two games really made a difference towards which team got into the playoffs. So I think if the NCAA can start their season in like the first week of August when the NBA, before the NFL even starts preseason, because we're not watching the preseason anyway during that time. We can be watching college football. The first few weeks of college football, like they can be in like week 5 of college football before the first week of preseason start. You know what I'm saying? Or when the Hall of Fame game starts, that can be the college football right there. In my thing, and with the NBA, I think the NBA should to actually start their season like I think the NBA should start their season the first week of November, not like around Halloween or around Thanksgiving or anything of that nature. I think they should start it in November just so they can be able to still compete when the NFL is done in the early part of the future year to come, the future year to come and whatnot. But and that's the only way I think they can probably compete is necessarily the NCAA having their season start in August, like the first week of August. That way that they're not really competing head to head with the NFL during the NFL's big starting season, which is going to be in September. the NBA. That way, like they can start in November. That way, they can start the season off with that NBA Cup, the NBA Cup tournament. Instead of having regular season games, just start the season off with the NBA Cup. That way, that's what they're trying to. That's what they're trying to get viewership off of anyway. Just start the season off there. At least it'll be some type of competitiveness, because that's the most competitiveness. That's the most competitiveness I've actually seen. The NBA is during that Cup season and whatnot, and then start your regular season after that. That's my take on it. Y'all might not, y'all ain't gotta agree with it, but hey, change the channel. You don't like what's on the television.
I mean, but I see what you're saying, Rob. They got to come up with something like that to try to get viewers, get people to watch it more. But
it's fucking stupid.
But you don't have those players in there. So when you don't have those players that's gonna make people watch, you got to do something. I understand what Rock's saying. You got to do something. What Rock's saying too. Yeah, you got to do something. That don't excite me. That don't.
Opening night of NBA.
Don't do shit for me. Like
the opening night of NBA, they have 2 games. If they started the NBA Cup to start the season, that's on the off night that the NFL's not even on. So
bro, when they started the cup, they didn't even say like what's the benefit of it? Like, what is the?
What are we doing?
Now it counts towards your record. At first, it didn't count towards your regular season record. It was just incentive based. But now the games count towards your regular season.
Put money in their pockets, though, Hof.
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
You put money in their pockets,
and it's to expand. It's to expand to get a team in Las Vegas too.
That's true too. But it's no explanation for an NBA Cup. There's no benefit for it. All they did was say, okay, you're gonna play for this, and then this group this, then they got them put a whole bunch of paint on the basketball court. That's it.
It's just a participation trophy to make the basketball.
That's all it is. Nobody gave a shit when the Lakers won the first one in 2020. Nobody gave a shit about it.
He's fired up, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Go ahead, Mark.
But that cup you're talking about, how can you compare that to an NFL Finals? You can't compare that. I just if you win the cup, if you win that cup, what you're talking about, and then you don't even qualify for the playoff, well, that shit is right there, none and void.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
It's just like they gave you something for just being an NBA team.
Yeah. And the New York Knicks won. Guess what?
I think the last 3 teams that won the cup didn't win the. The last 3 teams that won the cup didn't win the NBA Finals.
And the Knicks, they're gonna fuck around. They're not gonna get it.
The Lakers, Milwaukee, the Knicks.
Okay, well, how would that make you feel? How would that make you feel if you won the cup, but you never won the NBA Finals? How would you feel as a player?
A loser.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking loser.
David Stern would have never done no dumb shit. Yeah,
you're getting a chump award.
Some teams don't even want to hang that banner though. The Knicks ain't hanging that cup banner. The Lakers, I think your team, the Lakers, hung their NBA Cup banner.
They did.
Q-Dog, you might want to go to.
Yeah, they was all over.
They won the NBA championship though, Rock. Didn't they win the NBA championship?
They won it.
Yeah, they won it. They won it in the bubble, but
it's still an NBA championship though.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a championship.
It wasn't the same. Yeah.
Season before the cup happened, but still a championship, quote unquote, it's a championship. Not a cup.
A real championship.
Yeah, a real one.
They ain't winning in the same year though.
They won 2020.
But the NBA, they won the NBA Cup a few years after. They won it. They was the first team to win the NBA Cup.
Yeah, the cup was afterwards. It was afterwards.
Yeah.
It had to be afterwards.
Yeah, it was afterwards. Yeah.
They hung the down up on the NBA Cup.
But the last teams that won the NBA Cup didn't win the NBA Finals. They actually got bounced in the first round.
Bro.
Right. I mean, it's just to me, it's just pointless. But I understand what you're saying. They got to do something.
Yeah.
They got to do something because they plummeting in the ratings, man. And it's all because the type of players that they have. You take the Niners and pick them up and dump them right here in 2025. I guess the NBA skyrocket like it. With those same rules, they'll skyrocket like hell. They'll jump in the
point, though. You do have a point.
Yeah, they'll jump
I hate
in.
it.
You do have a point.
It boils down to the way they playing basketball these days.
Because I only like to watch Anthony Edwards outside of the players on Boston. In the league, I watch Anthony Edwards, Joker, because I know what you're gonna get from when Jokic play and Kevin Durant. But I get what you're saying, Q Dog. It's only a certain amount of teams that you're gonna want to tune in to watch. As far as with the NFL, the parity changes every season in the NFL. It's not just stagnant, So I get that, and that's why the NFL is winning. The parity level, it changes every season.
Yeah.
They winning in the draft.
They're losing in the Pro Bowl though.
Because when you draft in the college, when you draft in the NBA, when you draft outside the top 10, where your good players at? Your good players in the top 10. That's it. After that, you just get hopes or maybes.
Mm-hmm.
NFL, you get them in the first round, the second round, the third round.
Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in NBA history.
Damn, that's what you feel?
Yes.
He just got a job in a terrible era. That's all.
I agree with OG.
Yeah, that's just all.
I agree with OG. He just got the commission. He got the commissioner job in the worst era of basketball.
Yeah, he did.
He don't even have the personality for it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I would think? You know what I would think that would help the viewership? It's the same thing Supreme said. They need to change the rules of the NBA, man. Like how you sitting here saying that this is a professional league when they can get away with taking 4 steps to get a bucket.
LeBron James.
We don't want to watch that. That's why the viewership is down, because I don't want to watch nobody travel towards the bucket, but I got to teach my 15-year-old
Luka.
If I'm coaching a 15, like Host got he a coach. He can't sit there and tell his team, "Oh, we're gonna watch an NBA game so you can focus on the position group so you can know what to do when you're out there." He can't have his team watch that, because if his players see Steph Curry take 4 dribbles and get to the basket, and then that player tries to do that in the YMCA game, he gonna get called for travel.
You're damn right.
So that goes hand in hand with viewership as well.
Yeah.
You can't teach the game.
Elijah, one of my best players, come down the court in the middle of the court in a game and shoot a 3. Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
That's why I would tell kids, watch the college game. Don't watch the pros. Watch the college game, because they still teach fundamentals in college.
You think Stephon Curry can get away with shooting that ball on the Phil Jackson team the way he shoot it?
No. You kidding me?
Huh?
Not
No.
Why not?
Because they run the same offense that they running Phil Jackson's offense.
But I'm talking about the way he jacked them threes up. You think that Phil Jackson would go for it?
But Steve Kerr will.
Who?
Steve Kerr's
Kerr's not that type of coach though.
The style of Steph Curry is in a Phil Jackson offense, he would have been just like his coach, a 3-point specialist. He wouldn't have been able in a triangle offense, because that's what Golden State runs. They run a small implement of the triangle offense. That's how Steph Curry be getting open off them picking slides or them picking fades, because of the angles of their offense. Back in the day, if he'd tried to do that against a Chicago Bulls led team, BJ Armstrong would have locked up
the Utah Jazz. They would have ate him up. John Stockton would have ate him up.
Yeah, he got physical.
Ron Hopper would have got in. Ron Hopper would have got in.
Vernon Maxwell would have locked his ass down.
So it wasn't no slouches.
Chris Childs
meant something back
then. Derek Harper, Chris Childs.
I ain't heard that name in a minute. Well, man, it's got to fight with Kobe.
It's only really so many guys that play both sides of the ball in the NBA. It's only a select few guys.
The NBA, look, the All-Star game with this 3-on-3 crap. That ball
Boston got both of them.
I mean, this skills passing the ball, and that's what is that for? What is it for?
Hey, you trash it, but that'd be the most entertaining part of All-Star Weekend.
Pick and roll game, man.
No, to me is the 3-point shootout.
Yeah, that's a part of Saturday night. That's the most entertaining part of All
And
Star.
thanks to Matt McClung, the damn slam dunk contest was interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, these last 3 years. Now, I don't think he's going to dunk anymore. So I don't know. It's going to be back to shits again.
Hey man, we'll see. But
Oh, my
Some
God.
of these
Put
step
a-
backs, some of these
to
step
put
backs
a-
on the gather though, as well, or the dribble are.
Ugh.
That's a freaking
That's
travel. I don't care. I get the
travel.
technicality on how they're
Yeah.
gathering the ball at the
So-
same time, but at the same time, it's like it hurts. It hurts to see that.
Well, it does, because I
MJ's
love basketball, man, but it is so. Oh my God,
To
bro!
all the kids out there,
too
watch
watered down.
college basketball. Do not
Mhm.
watch the pros if you want to learn fundamentals.
College
Because you're not
basketball
going
is
to see
getting
it in
there,
the
bro.
pros.
College basketball is there too because they jack up more threes. And they playing
But I mean,
with
you
orange
still see
basketball look like
defense,
from
though.
Walmart.
You can
Right.
still play zone defense in college basketball,
And they
so you
run
can get
Yeah.
that. The fundamental aspects of the
Yeah.
game.
And you got big man playing big man in college.
Yeah. You can
yeah,
teach.
yeah.
You can teach the game to your kids from watching college basketball.
No,
You
why?
can't really teach. You
That's
can't
why
do
I
it from
watch
the
college. I
NBA.
watch college. I don't watch the NBA.
I don't watch it, man. This
No, I don't watch
is fucking stupid, man.
terrible.
It's just dumb stuff that goes on. It is dumb. There's no
Well-
way David Robinson is going to take the ball down court and run a play. You kidding me? Oh,
It's
Shut up,
ironic
Rose.
that
Okay.
you're saying all of this, and to kind of put a bow on it.
please. hurry.
These ratings, even though they were horrible compared to the NFL, statistically they were the highest ratings that the NBA has had on Christmas since 2010. So it was their
Ooh.
highest
Oh,
Christmas
God.
Day in 15 years, and they got obliterated by the NFL. But
Oh, God.
that's the way it goes sometimes, man. I appreciate the guys for having the conversation here with me. Definitely was a fun topic, but
It was.
I'm gonna hand it back off to my.
Your hand on me,
My-
good boy. I feel like the ultimate warrior right now, boy.
man.
If everyone copyright, I'll play his music, boy. Oh boy, this is crazy, man. But again, man, appreciate you, MVP, man. Great topics. When you sent it to me, man, I fell in love with it immediately when you sent it. I love it, man. Mark ought to be a journalist, man. The dude has the best questions you could possibly ever hear. It's like, wow, holy
Appreciate it.
smoke, man. And just listening to these guys, though, man, ladies and gentlemen, just listening to Supreme and Rock and Q. I tell you, man, it's just a treat. I don't even want to talk, man. I just want to sit back and listen. That was good, man. That was good, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm so fired up right now. I got to get to this 49ers game. What's the score, y'all? Give me the lowdown on it, man.
10-0.
Oh my God. I don't really care who wins, but I like both teams.
Hey, San
Jigba
Francisco
jacket.
uniform's kind of tough.
Jigba getting his man though.
Huh?
He got Jackson and Smith. Jigba getting his man on.
Oh,
on
he
that 49.
oh man,
He-
JSN is a dog, bro. JSN is a dog. Yeah. Crazy. Woo. Damn. NBA suck, y'all.
Well,
Suck. Shit's trash. That shit is garbage. If you're watching this show, the host said it. The NBA sucks. Adam Silver, you suck. Terrible. Business decisions by ass. The NBA,
NBA go back to let them play zone and back to the basket. They'll be all right. If they call travel,
Hand check.
let the defense
Hand
go
check.
back to playing zone and hand checking. The NBA be all right. And you can keep the same style of play, but y'all just gotta add more physicality to the game. That's going to increase viewership.
That's why I fell in love with
I got a
Oklahoma City and Minnesota.
I got a question.
What's up with you?
Supreme, when we on Supreme?
Tuesday, 8 p.m. season finale.
Okay,
I sent you the link.
Okay.
Who won week 17?
I just want to know.
Oh yeah.
Really, bro?
I just got church stuff on Monday nights, bro. I just can't do Monday nights. It's all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm so goddamn fried. All right.
You guys aren't at 7 though. You guys should be done by the time we're on
What, Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the NBA ever get back.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think
Fuck
they'll-
no.
Oh wow.
Because you got too many crybabies. These guys are complaining about playing 20 games in a row.
You might want to let it go.
Have to go to European style in order to get back to how we
Fucking
want
bullshit, man. Joel
Yeah, I mean,
Embiid.
you gotta watch it overseas. You gotta watch it overseas to get back.
I watched the 76ers the other night, and that was a treat. I was about to wipe my damn eyes. I seen Paul George on the court. I said, "Oh shit, Paul George!
He washed.
Oh my god,
Yeah, man.
Paul George is washed.
in the game, and I seen it.
I don't really watch the NBA until like the last 20% of the season, and I watch highlights all the way up until then because it's just boring.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's gone.
It's only at the very end of the season when they actually start playing hard.
Was you all in during that year Kawhi was up there?
I actually, when Kawhi got traded to us, I was like, we're winning the championship, and I didn't watch until the last 15 games of the season just to see how it played out.
Hey, yo.
And
that
then I
man
watched
took
every
over
game
that
of the playoffs that season.
You talk about somebody impacting the whole damn country. Kawhi Leonard impacted that whole.
yeah. That
He
man
impacted the whole country of Canada. when
He's
he
the
came to
Canadian hero. I
Toronto,
don't
man.
care that what he's doing in to ruin his legacy over in LA, but to us, he's a king. Out there.
he like he the closest thing to
Absolutely,
God.
Vince Carter. It's Vince Carter and Kawhi.
Vince Carter,
Yeah.
another guy for us too.
Yeah, that is true. That is
Like freaking, if you think about it, like we have one basketball team, right? So our odds of winning a championship is smaller than, as for a country, is way smaller than everybody else. You guys almost always. So it's like we're battling all of the U.S. with just one team, and then we actually won. We had like the smallest chance, and we did it. And it was oh man. When that ball bounced against the Sixers so many times and it dropped, bro, I was running through the house. I lost my mind, bro. It was one of the greatest moments of sports history for me, man. It was incredible, man. Because I remember I think it was Game 7 against the Sixers, where Vince Carter pump faked and then threw that three ball up and missed to win the game, and I was like, please just Kawhi, please. And then he did it, and the way that it bounced like 3 times and fell in, it was like, bro, it was like a whole, I don't know, like the monkeys, everything, just like there was like a whole tribe of monkeys on our back for generations, man. We had Vancouver, we had all these other failed attempts of bringing a team up to Canada, and in that moment, it was, as a country, we were redeemed. So it was incredible that playoffs, man.
I bet it was. That was the
That's
best thing
dope
going
to
on in Toronto.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's
Because we hear personal experiences all the time from being here for our sports team. To actually know somebody from Canada and
right.
for y'all to win a championship in the sport that's not necessarily the home country's homeland sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
The NBA might take a little bit of notice to what Toronto does up here, right? Because we got Raptor Park. We like tailgate like football games up here. We love our basketball.
The WNBA about to get a team in Toronto.
Hey, how far are you from Montreal?
Montreal about 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. I'm like 2.5 hours.
I seen a documentary on the Expos.
So you saw that joint too?
Yeah.
I watched that today, man. That joint was good.
Yeah, it's good.
But they came to that. Before they became.
I gotta hear that. But it's some bullshit because they talking about how the Expos is good. No, they wasn't, because my Braves used to smack them every year. Get out of here.
I don't know, bro.
Straight
They
slide up.
was talking. They talk about them Braves in that documentary, dog.
No, I seen it. That's what pissed me off. My wife, she was like, calm down. I ain't calming down. It's bullshit. They ain't beat us like that. Get out of here. The Expos? Come on, bro. They was garbage.
The original Vladimir, man.
You got a beautiful stadium, though.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love that stadium. All right. I'm going to go watch this game. Try to calm down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show. Thank you guys for being part of the show tonight, man. Thank you for being part of the show. Oh, my glasses. I can't even see.
Who won Week 17, host?
Oh, Q-Dog.
Oh, Q-Dog representing.
The
Those
dog.
Vikings over here.
The dog. The dog. Who's gonna win the next one? We will see next week.
Oh yeah, I ain't even submit no picks.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, noob.
Thanks,
The noobster.
my bro right there.
My dude. Appreciate you, noob, for coming through, man. Thank you guys in the live chat tonight, man. Again, this is the podcast where you can come talk some sports, man. We respect everybody's opinions. We may not agree with it, but most importantly, man, we respect it. Q-Dog is the man. The dog.
Appreciate your
The
brother.
dog. The dog. Put that arm up again. Look at that Rolex. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Rolex man, limousine riding,
That's
jet
poor man
riding,
version.
kiss
Right
stealing, willing dealing.
That's a poor man version.
Not the
All right. All right. 15 grand? Okay. All right.
There's a lot of
Oh,
bubbles. You
man.
got the way to get this one, buddy.
Again, man, thanks the MVP, man, for great topics. The moderator for the night, man. Appreciate you, Mark, for coming
Appreciate
through,
the
man. Appreciate
opportunity,
you,
man.
man. No doubt, man. Boy, you out. I'm telling you, journalism, man. We're gonna pay for Mark Schooler.
Yo,
Well, thank you, man. Thank you, live chat, man. Please hit that like button for us. That like button, man. And it's your first time watching us, man. Hit that subscribe button. If you like the vibe that's going on around here, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. You can watch us each and every single week. Every single week. Oh, man. Mr. Moderator, the MVP.
Hey man,
Where you at, dog?
I'm here. My phone's on the verge of death. I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Again, thank
I'm
you
still
so
here,
much. Okay. Nevertheless, then, thank you so much, man. I let the dog get us out. Take us out, dog.
We just want to thank y'all for tuning in at the beginning of the year, the first show of the 2026 season. We had some good topics. Mark brought up some good topics. I like this part of the segment that we're bringing up topics like that, sharing our sports mind. We need to continue that, bringing more intellect into the sports world. Thanks y'all for coming in live chat. The live chat has really been popular here lately.
Off the chain.
Thank y'all. We want to appreciate y'all. Y'all part of this show. We want y'all to keep coming in. Tell people more about us. We want to blow up in 2026 and want you to be a part of it. So I want y'all to enjoy the last week of regular season. Those like my teams, watch your team for the last time. We're gonna chill on Rockstar Rock, see how far he can get on the playoff stars next week. He's been in dormant for a long time. It's about time for him to do a little something.
Yeah, it's about time for Jackson.
Since 2022. Since
We're gonna
2022.
root for him, and like I said, that's what it's all about. And like I said, we'll enjoy y'all and hope to see y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Rock, man, we depended on you, bro. We depended on you. We with y'all. We with y'all. We with
I'm
Jackson.
gonna stay humble so
I know
y'all can keep cheering.
Stay humble.
Hey, shit. If I was a player like that, I would be beat by 10.
Trevor Lawrence and them got to go out there and put it out on the field. No
Yeah,
matter
you got to
how
get
much.
to that second round. That's Jacksonville's. Yeah, I understand. I understand where you coming from.
Houston first round, and
There you go.
them divisional matchups, third time, that it can go either way. So
It can go either way, bro. I feel you on that. I feel you. All right, man. We'll be back next Tuesday. I'm talking about me and the one and only, man, Mr. MVP, Young Mark, man, as we will have the fastest reviews for the final week of the 2025 NFL regular season. So come on and join us Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And again, I want to thank you guys for killing it last Tuesday in the live chat. I mean, killing it. Holy shit. Y'all was off the chain, bro. It was awesome, man. Awesome, man. Everybody came in, repping their team, talking about the games that went down, man. So again, thank you so very much, man. I welcome 52. We had 52 new subscribers come in last Tuesday.
All right.
That's what's up.
52 new subscribers, man. That's what's up, bro. That was crazy. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much, man. For Tuesday. and if you ain't coming back next Tuesday, that's fine, man. We'll be back next Saturday night with more sports talk. Next week, hopefully we can wrap up the podcast panel topic month, as hopefully we can close it out with Wall Street. Hopefully he'll be back next week, and if not, and we'll have next Saturday we will have NBA trivia showdown. As the NBA trivia champion, Rockstar Rock, he's going to be putting his title on the line against Supreme. Putting Supreme back in the ring. NBA trivia. So next Tuesday night, man, 7 p.m., the Power Hour review show. And next Saturday night at 7 p.m., man, be there or be your ass square.
Don't worry,
it's winter.
Supreme. I'll put you over.
It's winter time, everybody. So bundle up and stay warm, and everybody around the world, thank you for watching. Please be safe and stay safe. And that's in order.